Looking for the best way to travel between Porto and Lisbon? We found a hidden gem of a journey that turns what could be a boring travel day into a full-on adventure through some of Portugal's most beautiful and historic towns. Stick around because we'll run down the pros and cons and show you what made this day unforgettable. Welcome back to Party 6 Travel. Let's get started. When visiting Portugal, most travelers want to make the most of their time and experience as much of this incredible country as possible. If you're anything like us, there's no way you'd skip either of the two iconic cities, Lisbon and Porto. But with these cities located several hours apart, figuring out how to travel between them can be a bit of a challenge. We flew into Lisbon, but chose to begin our adventure in Porto, taking the high-speed train from Lisbon's Orient station. The ride was smooth, comfortable, and got us to Porto in under 3 hours. For our return trip to Lisbon, though, we wanted something more scenic, a way to experience the charming countryside and historic towns that most travelers miss. We booked a private tour that picked us right up at our hotel in Porto, and over the course of a day, took us on a 3-stop scenic tour through the countryside, dropping us off at our hotel in Lisbon that evening. If you're staying in Portugal for just a week or less, this is a perfect way to see more of the country without the stress of renting a car or figuring out train transfers. Our first stop was Aveiro, often called the Venice of Portugal. This charming city is famous for its colorful gondola-like boats called moliceiros that glide through the canals winding past the Art Nouveau buildings and traditional Portuguese tile work. We hopped on a gondola tour which gave us a peaceful, up-close look at the city's unique blend of history and waterway culture. But the real treat came after, ovos moles. These sweet treats are local specialty, made with egg yolks and sugar wrapped in delicate rice paper shaped like shells or barrels. Originally invented by nuns in Aveiro's convents, they're intensely sweet, totally unique, and a must-try when you visit. Stop number 2, Nazare, one of Portugal's most iconic beach towns. We enjoyed a delicious seafood lunch right on the coast. The area is known for its super fresh catch, and you'll find tons of casual seaside restaurants serving up fish, clams, and more. After lunch, we walked along the sandy beach and then headed up to the Sitio, the cliff-top part of Nazare, for incredible panoramic views over the Atlantic and the town below. And of course, we visited the famous lighthouse, Farol da Nazare, where some of the world's biggest waves crash during winter months. In fact, Nazare holds multiple world records for the largest waves ever surfed, some towering over 80 feet. In the winter, the waves get so massive they've been known to breach the walls of the lighthouse itself. Our final stop before Lisbon was the medieval town of Obidos, and it truly felt like stepping back in time. Surrounded by 14th century walls that you can still walk along today, Obidos is filled with winding cobblestone streets, whitewashed houses, and blooming bougainvillea. There's even a castle that now operates as a luxury hotel. And the views you get from these walls, well, they speak for themselves. This is probably the best spot in Portugal for sampling a cup of ginga, or ginga for short, a Portuguese cherry liqueur made by infusing sour cherries in alcohol. By the time we arrived in Lisbon around 7 p.m., we were full, happy, and amazed at how much we'd seen in just one day. Having a guide made everything seamless, from local insights to finding the best food spots. And the air-conditioned van gave us time to relax and just enjoy the beauty of Portugal. Were there any downsides to this option? Well, it isn't exactly cheap. For our private tour, we paid $855. The train bike comparison would have cost the two of us about $80 for first-class seats. But for us, there was no better way to see these amazing Portuguese towns, and we had no regrets. We loved our tour guide, and we loved not having to worry about figuring out how to get around. We'll drop a link to our tour company we used in the description below. If you're looking to make the most of your trip between Porto and Lisbon, this 3-stop countryside tour is the way to go. No trains, no stress, just history, flavor, and unforgettable views. Let us know in the comments if you've been to any of these towns, or if you're planning your own Portugal trip. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out our full Portugal playlist for more adventures. Obrigado for watching. See you on the next one.